I made it. Somehow. Kind of made it on time. Very sleepy, groggy morning. But you know what? I'm here. I'm here nonetheless. Because I'm looking forward to some Animal Crossing. God, I like this game. Like, I was like really struggling to get out of bed this morning, and then I was like, Animal Crossing. We're gonna finish eating first. I wanted to get finished eating before streaming. But then I would have been late. So I'm finishing eating on stream now. I love the snow in Animal Crossing. You ready to hit the towns, Dowdy? It's January 24, 2019 at 10:03 a.m. It's on a hell right now. You all set to go? Yep. Update. Alrighty. I did just barely remember to turn on the lighthouse last night. Looks like we got our first fossils back. T-Rex torso, left wing of a pteranodon, dinosaur egg. Oh, that's just them. It wasn't even like them being like, "Hey, here's your first points." No, it's just like, "Hey, we're gonna be monitoring you." Like, I know that I like volunteered to do this, but it's still kind of weird that they're like, "We'll be monitoring your house. We'll let you know." Like, I've always... Hold on. There's like a tickle in my nose that is just like, I keep trying to scratch it and get it to stop, but it won't stop, and it's making me like sneeze. Oh, it's actively snowing too. It's always exciting when it actively, like, snow being depicted as like these little like round, like snowflakes being these little round balls are just like, oh, I love that. I think it's like cute. I think it's really cute. Oh yeah, I gotta donate all these. What am I doing? I was gonna go sell them, which would have been good money, but we have a frogs. We have a responsibility. I heard you, frogs. Are you in the bean pond? Where? Were you not frogs? I heard something that sounded frog-like. Maybe it was a bug. But I didn't think bugs were out when it was all snowy. I'm so confused. I'm hearing it again. Where? I'm keeping my eye out. I'm very suspicious. I think there's frogs pretending to not be frogs. Okay, let's donate some fossils. Let's get this fossil ball rolling. Just got carried away in my excitement. A what? Okay. I need some coffee right now. Coffee tastes terrible. Oh. 1 of 4, thank you for the raid. I am so, like, I don't know. I'm not sick today. Yesterday was just kind of a rough day on me, so I'm just, like, really groggy. Hi, Shanny Banani. But I'm here nonetheless. It'll be another chill. I mean, I usually do chill streams during the days anyways, which I love. But it'll be especially chill just because I'm just like, I'm kind of awake in here. Oh, it's totally fine. It was like a weird sort of stream. Like, I hung out for you for waiting on you for a little bit. I'm like, I guess he's not showing up. And then I went on like, I went sailing on a sloop. Was that everything? I think I got everything, but I'll check. I went sailing. I did a cargo run on my own. Look, I get it. That's why I told him. I was like, look, he works hard. He deserves naps every once in a while. I fucking take naps. I have considered not streaming this morning because I was napping after putting the kid on the bus and it's just like, ugh. So I'm like here kinda, but like I get it. Believe me, I get it. But yeah, I did a cargo run all by myself on a sloop. And everything was perfect except for the plants of all things. Because for some reason it insisted that the plants like had dried out even though I had put 3 buckets of water in the bottom of my sloop. So I'm just like, I don't know. So I got $250 for that instead of, oh, I didn't mean to, dang it. I haven't even gotten I'll probably have a spare shovel today too and I'll have messed that all up. Oh well. Because I think you only get one of those like a day. Oh well. It's not the end of the world. Yeah, it was just like a weird sort of day. Oh, and then Damon showed up and hung out with, I get it. Did some runs with Damon, then Darwin joined right as like Damon was leaving, so it was just like, alright. And then we ran late because I was like half asleep yesterday. And I kept steering us wrong. We were supposed to go east over to a port, or an outpost, or whatever you want to call it. And I sailed us west off the map. And it wasn't until it went red that we were like, what? What's going on? So it's just like, I was like 20 minutes running over on my stream just because of my brain not. Like, I looked at the map and went east, cool. And I was like, let's go west. It was, but it was cool. It was a weird sort of stream, but yeah, anytime you never show up for a stream, which is like extremely rare, I'm like, okay, he needed some sleep. That's clearly like, he was getting caught up on sleep. It's alright, I totally get it. Believe me, I definitely take days myself whenever I need them. I'm trying to be good about it, just like, alright, oh good, it's just a fishing pole and a bug net again, so I don't have to feel bad about burying the, shy spot. Oh, Steel fell asleep last night when we were supposed to be streaming. It was fine. have one somewhere. I have like a little beaver hat. Like it's like a brown. It's like one of the, it's a knit hat, kind of like this, and it's all brown and it's got little button eyes and then like two little like felt white teeth and then two like strings coming down. Oh, and then I think it's got two ears or something like that. This little beaver hat. I don't know where it's at though. I think it's at my old house with my dad. I feel like sleeping. I don't want to at this point. I'm like, no, I'm awake. Sleep is not an option. But gosh dang, my brain is definitely like, hey man, you feel like sleeping some though? Like, get out of here, brain. Why must I mail these one at a time? I'm just so excited. I'm just so excited for the new Animal Crossing. I feel bad because I'll probably like abandon this town hardcore. But theoretically, when they announced Animal Crossing, all they said was Animal Crossing 2019. If they had said like spring 2019, I'd have been like, oh yeah, it's like kind of come out like spring, summer, sometime like that. They just said 2019, which means Christmas in Nintendo talk. So, because they would have been happy to announce it earlier if they were gonna have it ready earlier. But no. They just said spring, so it's not happening for a while. Or they didn't say spring, they just said 2019, so it's not happening for a while. And I, for one, am bummed. But gosh dang. So that gives me plenty of time with this town, is what I was gonna say. But gosh dang, do I really want some more? Oh, I didn't mean to. Well, they're gonna be very excited to get that particular. No, wrong buttons. There we go. I'm getting my rotation out of. There we go. Did that right. Boy, are they gonna be. Or boy, am I gonna be happy when it finally comes out. It's gonna be just a good time. Just a great time for all. I need to go get seashells. Need to get that grind going for money in this game. Is there just like... Okay, it's just a pond. I was like, is there just like a river up here? I'm coming. Hey. Hey. Like, it's just like here occasionally. It has like no purpose. I mean, if you put in another memory card, you can go to other people's towns. But like... I'm not finding... Yeah, no memory card, yeah. Wait, I can just like create one from this. I'm so afraid of like... If I could just like make a town from this one, that'd be awesome. It was my last save corrupted because I was like swapping files around. So I'm like, well, not doing that again. But where was I going? Seashells. What is wrong with me today? This is just gonna be such a groggy stream. What the? Since when is there furniture buried underneath the ground? Weird. I need to set up this little island out here too. I had it set up before, and it's not that hard, but I just haven't done it. I'll try to get it set up for tomorrow's stream. Tomorrow's Friday, right? Oh! Friend! You gonna get up? Don't you usually get up? What am I doing wrong? Sir. What? What do I do? Gastrointestinal pain. That sounds actually awful. Doesn't he usually get up and be like, hey, my crew threw me over or something? Come on, game. What the French toast? Do I have to, like, not have my shovel in hand? And then I need a free spot. This is so dumb. Wake up. Finally. What the heck? That was weird. What year is it? It's 2019, but that means I've been asleep for over 150 minutes, which seems like such a long time when I put it that way. Oh, the name's Gulliver. Now then, where did I wash up this time? This beach looks familiar, but I guess they all do, don't they? You're probably wondering how I wound up here. Well, that's a story and a half, I tell you. I was on my boat, the Krusty Barnacle. That's a terrible name. When a wild storm started brewing up my stern, off my stern. The boats, I mean. So there I was, fighting the wind and the rain, trying to steer us to safety. Just like headcanon me, just be like leaning in and like yelling at us, but like, hey, sir, wake up. Just like, what the fuck? What are you doing? I would just probably act like I was asleep if somebody just started yelling into my ass. Boats, I mean, so I was trying to fight in the wind and the rain, trying to steer us to safety, when a mighty wave snatched me off the deck. Oh, my mates tried to save me, sure, but it was too late. Actually, now that I think about it, they might have been the ones who pushed me overboard. But never mind. Seeing as how you saved my life, I'd like you to accept the small treasure and exotic wonder I found on my travels. I bartered this off a seedy-looking merchant when I was visiting a far-off port town. You won't find another like it anywhere. At least, I don't think you will. They're usually not that great. Let me tell you though, rolling somebody out of bed, very effective. They're not ever happy about it, but they are awake. You know, I'm just a rolling stone, never knowing where I'm going. Wait a second. Maybe that's why I don't swim so well. Anyway, what I'm trying to tell you is, the guys, my shipmates, they think that maybe if they tie me to the mast, I won't fall off the boat so much. So with any luck, maybe I won't be washing up on your beach too often. At least, not for a little while. Thanks for the whole saving my life thing. May your sails stay full and your socks stay dry. Well, I'm like standing in the water there, so... Oh, that's right. Yeah, I gotta come back. What am I doing? I gotta come back for that. What do you give me? Oh, I'll keep that. I was gonna sell it. Have a leaf, yes. Hello, Dane. How's it going? I'm a groggy, sleepy boy today. I have like gross coffee that's helping me kind of stay awake. That's about it. I slept like really well last night too. I've just been like really out of it the past couple days and it's been getting worse. I mean, it is pretty great. I mean, that ain't bad. That ain't a bad statue. I feel like the fin should have been a little bit bigger. Like, it kind of just looks like a low poly person sitting there with their feet, like, overlapping each other. But, you know, could be worse. I want freaking Starbucks right now. That's what I want. I want Starbucks so bad. Can somebody just ship some Starbucks to me? Like, express shipping. And not like the store-bought, like, just buy Starbucks and ship the cup of hot Starbucks to my house with express shipping. I'm sure it'll be fine by the time it gets here. It'll be fine. Just overnight it to me. It'll be here to buy tomorrow. It's fine. It looks more like a mermaid. Yeah, it does. Oh, I miss Starbucks. They have some in Rolla. I could go to Rolla and... like, not today. Like, this weekend, I could be like, Blaze, babe, we're going to Starbucks. Which is nice. It used to be the closest place that had Starbucks was like 2 hours away from me. Now the closest place is like 20 minutes away from me, so... a lot more manageable now. I'll finish getting these seashells picked up, and then we'll go... fishing. I hear it. Where is it? Am I hallucinating? Is it a bug that I'm not seeing? That sounds like frogs to me. Where is it? Is it a cricket? Well, I figured frogs are fishing, but they're usually in the stagnant ponds. And I'm hearing it like right around here. I feel like I'm going crazy. Like anytime I'm over here, I hear it in my left ear, and anytime I'm over here... okay, yeah, for you guys, anytime I'm over on the... yeah, anytime I'm over on the left side of the screen, I hear it in my right ear, and anytime I'm over on the right side of the screen, I hear it in my left ear. This is... I'm just literally going crazy. Dig it up? What? How would I know where it was? Oh god, this is awful. Okay, it's definitely like here somewhere. There must be multiples of these, because I will hear it, sometimes I hear it coming from like... This is not fair. This is crazy. I've never heard of this before. Are they ever in the sand? Hold on. Ugh. So I can actually hear. Not in sand, okay. Yeah, it like starts to get louder and then it immediately sounds like it's on the other side of the screen. Just start digging up everywhere. Ah! It's definitely like in this area somewhere. I probably look like I'm going insane. But that's fine. Because it's a little bit true. And it definitely can't be under trees, right? Dang it. This is so insane. I don't have like an axe to chop down trees even if I wanted to. It sounds like it's always like in the middle of all those holes. hard with the way the movement works, the grid works in this game. No, I didn't want you to read. I wanted you to... There's... No, nothing. Gosh dang it. Ah! You're sure it's never in the sand? Oh my god. You lied to me. Get back here. I'm gonna catch you. I'm gonna freaking catch you. There we go. Jesus. Only a little bit of damage over here. It's fine. Holy crap. Well, thank you guys. I've never even heard of that as... I've always just thought it was frogs, I guess. Fucking mole cricket. Alright, we got it. I'm never getting another one of those. One nose never listened to me. I mean, we still got it. We got it. It's fine. I think it's funny. I'm glad I did find it though. I was like, this is not entertaining. This is a boring thing to watch, but I'm just so... I'm a stubborn ass and I just want to catch this stupid mole cricket. I legit was like, are they just messing with me? Is this really a thing that exists in this game? I'm glad somebody did. I'm just like, I'm just digging in circles. I really thought I was going crazy. I was like, I take like one step to the left and it's like on the other side of the screen for like, I mean, these are not surround sound headphones. They're pretty great, but they're not surround sound, so not exactly the best for having to follow sound with. Sea of Thieves, it gets dark a lot, and I always have to like look in really close when it's dark, and I'm like, is that a ship over there? I know now. It's possible that they're in the sand. Just oh gosh, just no. We're putting the holes back down. I think that's everything, right? If we get... Oh, another hole. Nope, we dug another hole. My bad. I don't hear anything. Don't hear a single thing. Don't know what you guys are talking about. I just wanted the one to turn it in, honestly, to the museum. I don't need... Like, they're too much of a pain in the butt to collect for them to be worth selling, so... But gosh dang it, we got it. And the mystery of like the frogs I was hearing is gone then. Because I think the frogs are only in spring anywhere. I'm not. Tim Nook. Hey there, it's me, old Tim Nook over here. That's really funny. Monotonous song drags on and on while the insect itself is nowhere to be seen. Yeah, sucked. Also, loving the sound effect. A very secret is what sets the mole cricket apart from its relatives. You see, it lives underground. Does it now? Does it? Never would have known. I didn't know that I didn't know. What was I even trying to say? I didn't know that mole crickets exist. Did? It's not actually a true cricket, but rather a distant relative of crickets and grasshoppers. It has ripplingly powerful forelegs adapted for digging. In fact, it's these mole-like limbs that give it its name. Its rear legs are shorter than a true cricket's as well. Blech. All this talk of bug legs, simply dreadful. Ooh, but I digress. You have our deepest, most profound gratitude. Might there be anything else you wish to donate? Not at the moment. May to August, okay. Yeah, it's like, I don't think they're even in the game at this point, but it just sounded like a frog. I used to live out in the country. I heard frogs a lot during the summer. Not during the winter, so really should have put two and two together. But, you know. The mystery of the frogs that turned out to be mole crickets has been solved. And it's been great. I did start up the... Oh, that'd be great. Blathers is so great. I like Brewster. Brewster's my favorite. Freakishly warm. Can you believe this thing's made of snow? What was I saying? Brain. Oh yeah. I did I remembered after I streamed last night, like Windows was pressuring me for an update. So I was like, okay, stream's over, turning off computer, letting it update, great. And then I stepped into say hi to my boyfriend, looked at my phone, and my phone was like, hey, did you remember to go turn on the lighthouse for Animal Crossing? I'm like, no! And I had to like run in and boot up my computer, wait for it to finish updating. 30 minutes later, I got on Animal Crossing and did that, and then I walked out, and then my boyfriend was like, you should really go get food. I'm like, oh my god. But yeah, I did get I lit the lighthouse last night. It was good. I don't think you can go in there during the day, or else I'd go in and like show you what it looks like. Shanny Banani, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. I mean, I can try. It was just walking through. Yeah, it's just like closed during the day. You just have to like walk into the back of it. But between 6 and 10, while Tortimer is on vacay, you just walk in. It's a small room with this giant switch on the wall, and you just grab it and go, and then the lighthouse starts up. And if you do that every day for the week that he's gone, he gives you a lighthouse figurine. We have to do it every day. Look, I'm thinking like Mortimer Mouse, which was Mickey's original name, fun fact. And then they made an actual Mortimer Mouse as like a sleazy character in like the Mickey Disney canon. But yeah, Mickey's original name was Mortimer Mouse, everybody. Didn't really catch on, so they changed it to Mickey. Shocking, I know. Mortimer. I actually really like the name Mortimer. If I were to get like a rat, I'd probably call it Mortimer. I really want a pet rat. I love rats. They're really nice. My friend used to have a rat that she was albino and blind, and he needed somebody to like take care of her for a week, so I took care of her, and she would just like because they love the warmth, just like kind of like snakes do, even though they're not cold-blooded, but they love the warmth of your body. So she'd just like sit on my I'd be laying down on the couch watching TV, and she'd just sit on my chest and take naps on my chest. She was a sweet little snowball of a rat. She was cute. I really want another rat. And I want snakes. I don't want mice. Mice are assholes. Everybody's like, rats are so mean. I'm like, no. Rats are very docile. Mice are the ones that will just bite you if they get a chance because they're assholes. Have you seen Tom and Jerry? they're just like in Tom and Jerry. They're assholes. But rats are like super peaceful. They'll let you just pet them and cuddle with them. Their tails, I can understand people not liking their tails because of the weird like ring like texture to them. I get that, but they're very soft. They're docile. They love to like sit up on your shoulder and stuff. They'll just curl up with you. They're really cute. I love rats. People give them people give them a lot of crap, but they're actually just very nice animals. Also, ball pythons are very nice snakes. If you like snakes, ball pythons are the way to go. As they are also they literally give you hugs. They will somewhat constrict around you because that's them hugging you, but they don't ever. If you ever like pull on them, being like, oh, you're a little bit tight, you pull on them some, and they'll be like, oh, I'm maybe a little bit tight, and they'll loosen up because they're not trying to attack you. Ball pythons have no desire to attack humans because we're too big. Like even a very large ball python is just like, it's not worth the effort to kill it and then try to eat it. But they'll be very friendly with you, and they'll constrict. I usually put them around my neck and let them constrict a little bit, just because there's a lot of warmth right there around your head. The Hannibal Lecter of rats. But they would give me a little hug around my neck and then stick their face up beside mine. I've never owned one. It's always been like my friends being like, hey, you wanna hold my snake for a minute or an hour or two? And I'm like, yeah, definitely an hour or two. Ball pythons are just super friendly, and they like climbing in high places. So you do have to keep an eye on them because they'll climb up to high places if you're not watching them. Like if you just leave them to roam around your house, climb up to a high place and then wrap around something that's just like you gotta come down. Me and my friends used to chill in my car with their ball pythons, and they were, one of them was very young, and it was young enough to get around the what we call the oh shit handle, like the little handle that you like hang clothes on and stuff when you're going on trips or whatever, or you grab it when you go, oh shit, we're gonna crash. But it wrapped around that, and then it was just like, you gotta get up, come on, because then it would just constrict around that and not want to come down, and then it's just a big pain in the butt. But ball pythons are sweeties. But they're the problem with ball pythons is they're a lot of upkeep. Nate is catching fish now. Supposed to be both female. It was a lie. One was a male, one was a female. Oh. And without knowing it, the female got pregnant, and the male not only ate the baby she gave birth during the night, he ate the bottom half of the female. What the that is creepy. That's kind of just disturbing at that point. Ugh. I mean, there's lots of animals that do that, unfortunately, but I hear more mole crickets, and they're not. I'm not gonna fall for that. I'm not gonna fall for it again. Your deceitful sounds. But typically rats, specifically female rats, like even male rats are fine, but I'm like, I love female rats. Oh, I got ahead of myself. Ignore that. It didn't happen. A lot of people don't like taking care of snakes because you do have to feed them. I used to work at a pet store, so that's been my other experience with several animals, actually. I used to work at a pet store, and I had, when ball pythons get sick, they tend to just give up. And either they get well and start eating again, or they are sick long enough to where they just starve themselves to death. Because once they get sick, they just decide, well, this is it, it's over, which, I mean, I get it, I've been there. But yeah, they just stop eating, and you have to force feed them. And force feeding a snake is not fun, because I literally had to like I had to put a dead mouse in its mouth. Not the singer. Is it a singer? Artist? Whatever. Not the artist. We want a new cat. We want one of those like really ugly, like furry cats that are super expensive. I can't even think what they're called. I guess Blaze used to have one. I never have, but Blaze used to have one, and he wants another one, and I want one, but they're expensive. And also, like, I'm the type that goes to the shelter. Like, I prefer rescue animals, because there's tons of them out there. But oh yeah, you have to put the dead like mouse in its mouth, and then you have to like I mean, I'm sure there's like better ways to do it, but we were a cheap little pet store that didn't really have a whole lot of equipment. Oh, that's actually kind of fun. But then I had to take like the butt of a butter knife and just literally like force it down the snake's mouth. And then the fun thing was, while it was sick, we'd also keep them in warm bathtubs a lot of the time, and just kind of like just pet them to help them relax and digest. Because they just will curl up and then just be like, all right, this is my time. It's like, no, you can live so much longer. You're just a little sick. Yeesh. Like, they get a cold and it's just like, no, it's over. It's the end of days for me. It's a miracle. I mean, I guess they just don't. I guess they do just die out in the wild, but it's just like, guys, it's a cold. But they're very sweet. I like ferrets to an extent, but they bite a lot, and I don't care what anybody says. Unless you are literally like taking care of them every day. I've already turned in a pond smelt, right? Yeah. Maybe not a bluegill? I don't remember. We'll see. I mean, yeah, like, I get it, but I still eat. I just wait until very last minute to eat. They just don't at all. They're just like, no, I'm literally gonna just lay here and die now because I have a cold. And if it doesn't go away in time, they just die. And it's like, okay, I know I've turned one of those in. Maybe one of these? I don't know. They're really cute. Like, there are mean snakes. Like, there are some snakes that are very aggressive. Like, anacondas are just hateful. Like, they will attack you, not to eat you or anything, just because they're aggressive, and we'll just be like, we'll just kill you for the sake of killing you. So anacondas are kind of shits. Ball pythons, though, are some of like the sweetest, like, most docile snakes. If you go to a pet store sometime, and if they let you, if it's a pet store that'll let you hold the snake, you know, see if they have a ball python, and hold it for a while, because it like I said, don't get nervous. They'll constrict a little bit, but it's just because they're enjoying the warmth, and they're just getting close to you for your body heat, and they're just hugging. They're just being friendly. If you ever feel like, oh, that's a little bit too tight, you can literally just like grab them and be like, hey, just loosen up a little bit, loosen up, and they will. They're very sweet, docile snakes. They're a lot to upkeep because you have to have the whole setup. You have to have the big tank, because they do get very large. You have to have a big tank. You have to have the heat lamp and all the stuff that goes with it. Like, and then you have to feed them mice, and then depending on how big, you have to upgrade to rats. Like, it's their upkeep, but they're sweeties. I'm definitely an advocate of like, no, don't hate on snakes. They're not these awful things that everybody makes them out to be. I think I actually did donate everything. Blood pythons. That's okay. I've never even heard of blood pythons. I'm sure some types of pythons are bad, but yeah, I think I got everything else. I think. I guess I could just go check in here. Pale chub. Pond smelt. So pond smelt, pale chub, and Barwell steed. I'm like 90%. One of these, Crucian carp, Barwell's. Okay, we good. We good. I can sell these. It's just a matter of knowing your animals. Don't just like people. Don't just lump them all into like one category of like they're assholes. Also, another animal that people tend to hate on a lot that is actually very nice is pit bulls. Everybody like because they're like usually bred for fighting because they have a lot of muscle does not like they're very docile. They're known as the nanny dog. Because they will literally watch your baby for you. Like they're super docile. I don't know much about Rottweilers, honestly. I've not had too much experience with Rottweilers myself. But pit bulls, every pit bull I've ever owned has been an absolute sweetheart. Absolute sweetheart. I get so mad. There's insurance companies that won't insure your house because you have a pit bull. And stuff. I think it's like what State Farm I think does that, or Allstate. One of them is just like, no, you have a pit bull, we're not insuring your home. Those are not safe dogs. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Get that out of here. Pit bulls are really sweet. They're really like the fact that everybody's just like, oh no, they're gonna kill. They attack children. I'm like, they don't. Like something has to be seriously wrong with them for them to attack children. Pit bulls as a whole, 99.9% of the time, are the safest dog to leave your child with. If you're gonna leave your child with any dog. Like Chihuahuas, little dogs are a lot more aggressive than large dogs. Pit bulls are literally called the nanny dog because they will like sit there and you can leave them with your baby and they will just curl up and keep your baby warm as if it's their puppy. They're nannies. They're very protective of young children, especially babies, and just their owners. They're very loving. My friends had a pit. I had a pit once, but we had to give it away because we moved into town where we weren't allowed to have dogs. But my friends had a pit called Honey, and she was a puppy when I first hung out with them. Yes. I must get closer. And she was a puppy, so she was very much a lap dog as a puppy. And then I stopped hanging out with them for a while just because our lives went in different directions. Got very caught up, and we didn't end up having time to hang out. And then, like, literally, like, 5 years later, I go hang out with them again. They still had Honey. And I no sooner sat down on the couch, Honey barrels in the room and jumps, like a full-sized pit bull, leaps onto my lap and curls up in my lap and starts loving on me because she remembered me from loving on her when she was a puppy. Like, she was just a fucking sweetheart. I love pit bulls. They're really fucking sweet. Ugh. And they get so much hate. And my mom is one of the people that's like, no, they're awful. They've murdered people's faces. And I'm just like, no. People like to do a lot of fear mongering, but it's really like, ugh. Okay, true. Tails are lethal. Waits for you to sit down and then crawls into your lap and then knocks you down as much as possible and then crawls onto your chest and rests his head on your head. We have a boxer, 3-legged. She lost her leg in the fight with like a fox or something. But she's quite healthy now. But just like years ago, she had a fight with like some wild animal and had to get it amputated. But we have a boxer that she's very loving as well. and she always manages to dig her big old clawed feet like right into like pinch my skin with them. I'm like, ow! Like, I'll have my hand sat down on the ground for a while to like, so I can like so I can stand myself back up because I'm an old man, and I'll do that, and that's right when she's like, let me put my paw there, and we'll just like cut into my hand. I'm like, ugh. We're gonna pay some towards the 148,000 bells. And then we're gonna switch over to the usual. I always like to leave it at about 5,000, like, spare, just in case there's something crazy that I want to. If I like pop on the next day, and right off the bat there's something that I want to buy, I want to make sure that I have like money set aside. So that's why I do this in real life too, which is not for as much. My friend taught me when I was a kid. My friend told me, he always said, he's like, always have a wallet dollar on you, just an emergency dollar, which nowadays is not much, but it's $1 just as like an emergency. Always leave $1 in your wallet, and that's kind of how I treat this. It's like I always leave 5,000, which is a bit more than $1, in my bank account for Animal Crossing. So we're switching games. I do a rotation. I do Animal Crossing for the first hour, because usually, I mean, I was kind of just like aimlessly wandering around anyways. I usually do Animal Crossing for the first hour, and then I switch over to Farm Together, which is another lovely, pleasant experience. But the benefit of this is I'm not getting burnt out on anything. I'm playing these every day. Like, I wouldn't want to play Animal Crossing every day of stream if I was doing it the whole stream, because then I would feel like I wasn't getting any more time with other games. Since now I'm getting time with other games, and it feels great. I have a lot of fun with it. I spend like just enough time with Animal Crossing before I'm like, all right, let's go find something else, and then yeah. Tiny game hype. Oh, I can't believe it's already been an hour though. Now I say all that, and inevitably, at least for the first several days, because it's going to be a whole new experience. So for the first several days of the new Animal Crossing coming out, y'all know I'm going to be playing the crap out of that. Because there's going to be that whole, like, social aspect of it, too. He just forgot to go eat. That's hilarious. Because, like, we'll be able to, like, you guys will be able to come into my town and like, actively, like, play Animal Crossing with me and stuff. And that's going to be so much fun. That will keep it going more than just like, okay, let me do my rotation and stuff in Animal Crossing and go. Like, it's still gonna have that aspect of it, but being able to play and you guys be like, oh, we'll pop that out here. Like, I'm sure One and I will do like co-streams of it because we can. Okay, now we're gonna get Farm Together booted up, because that's a delightful game. Oh, God, that coffee looks gross, and it doesn't taste good either. Yeah, like, that thing is, like, I'm sure it's gonna work kind of like the other ones, where, like, you can just, if you're friends on the system, you can just be like, oh, they're online, let me just hop on in. And that should work out great. Okay, hold on. You can't see this, but I booted up Steam, and it's like, last chance to pre-purchase and receipt for Resident Evil. It's last chance to pre-purchase. One of the pre-purchase bonuses of Resident Evil 2 is a wallpaper pack. A wallpaper pack. That is dumb. The other two things are like, I think they're just cosmetics for your guns. Samurai Edge Chris model and Samurai Edge Jill model. I think the Samurai Edge is a gun, so I think it's just like cosmetically different guns, which is cool. I prefer that. But said that pit bulls are so stigmatized, though. I think they would make awesome service dogs because they are so smart and loving. But the way people view them takes a lot of benefits away from that. Oh, I think he was. Does he? I mean, he maybe not. He might not have a Switch. He'll probably, if he doesn't have a Switch yet, he'll probably get a Switch for it. I mean, it's the new Animal Crossing. I can't imagine he wouldn't. Like, let's be real. Let's be real. Farm together. Let's do that. I also have, like, Fishing Planet, but that's, like, a hardcore fishing sim. Like, MMO fishing sim thing that I don't really understand very well. So I'm like, I love the idea of this, but I have to do a lot of Googling to figure out, because I started it, and then I didn't pay much attention. Josh Woodward does wonderful music for this game, by the way. It's like, it's too detailed of fishing that I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. So I need to, like, Google videos to be like, help me play this fishing game, and then I might fish on stream sometime. That'd be lovely. Yes, I do stream on Fridays as well. Yeah, I stream Monday through Friday, sometimes on the weekends, but never a set schedule for the weekends because it's just all whenever the boyfriend's gone. Because when he's here, I want to spend time with him. But when he's gone, when he has to go work, then it's like, all right, then I'll work too. And then Monday, Wednesdays, and currently it's Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. In the evenings, 6 to 9, we'll play stuff like Sea of Thieves, which has been mostly what we've been playing lately is just Sea of Thieves. Oh yay! Yeah, my treehouse should be done now. I could just, there's like quick travel points, but you know, just so you get like a layout of my, farm. This just finished while I was like offline. Oh my gosh, it's a very nice treehouse. This is hilarious. I didn't know this is what it would be like. That is hilarious. This just looks like a Sims house. What is this, like a giant bathroom or kitchen or something? What a weird thing. All right. And you got your own decorations and stuff to put down in the house. This is actually kind of awesome. I love this. Wall clock. Well, I need a wall clock. That'd be good. What the? This is so weird. I'll try to play Animal Crossing Switch with you on Fridays then. Yeah, it'll be great. I'll be playing the heck out of it. This is so weird. This is so weird. I don't know. I guess. I need like a bed. Why can't I get these again? Oh, they're just too expensive. Yeesh. Oh, and some of them take tickets. Oh, jeez. Well, how do I do jobs? You have to have houses to do jobs, right? How do you do jobs? I don't even know. I don't understand this game entirely. We'll come back to that. That's exciting, though. What? Okay. So, this game is a very chill farming game. It's like, oh yeah, that's not my way to go. It's literally meant to just be this extremely relaxed experience where there's not, it's very hard, you have to go out of your way to like set yourself back. Because pretty much everything gives you some sort of profit. You have 3 or 4 major types of currencies now. None of them, there's no like microtransactions or anything in the game. Oven in a house or a cooking station. Okay, that's good to know. I'll come back to that. I'll do my usual rotation and stuff. Like harvesting crops gets you gold, which is basically used for planting more crops. Like that's your base money. You can then process the crops. Like if you grow fruit, or if you like harvest fruit from trees, that gives you money. But then you can use the fruit at fruit presses to then get those gems, the diamond ones, and then you can take the jam from the fruit presses and sell that at a jam station to get ribbons. So like it's like a tiered. I don't remember. It's not much, maybe $20. Honestly, Pasta got this for me. It's called Farm Together for a reason. It's on Steam, but it's literally called Farm Together because you can do this with friends. You can kind of hop in farms. I've got it set where my friends can come in and pretty much do it, like they have full permissions, but randos can also hop in my farm, but they can only harvest. That way they don't like put anything down without my permission or anything like that. And when anybody harvests, it goes to the farm's inventory, so there's never a situation of like, oh crap, he came in and stole my stuff. Like, no, they're just contributing to your farm when they come into your farm and do stuff. So there's no microtransactions. This is all based in real time, but it's never like, you know, if you pay like $10, we'll speed it up. It doesn't do that. It's all, there's no microtransactions. There is like a few DLC that's purely cosmetic, and they're like $3-4, not much. You can just go hang out and farm and have a really wonderful time with friends, and it's nice, and I love it. And there's all these animals, and you level up your farm, and you level up the individual things as you harvest them. So as I get eggs from chickens, I level up those chickens and stuff like that. Like, it's just really, this is just an incredibly, Monday through Thursday. Oh yeah, I figured, Dane. This is like a good follow-up to Animal Crossing. Like, Animal Crossing, wonderful chill game. Then this, incredible chill game. My cows are very expensive because I've got a lot of cows, and different types of cows get more and more expensive. And I'm feeding all of them, so like you can see how much money it's taking to like to keep them fed, to stock up on food for my poor freaking cows. But they also pay out very nicely. This is my personal farm. We're gonna hop into mine and Steele's farm here after a while. But I usually do like my morning rotation of this farm first for like the first 30 minutes or so, and then Steele and I have a farm together that we work on stream, and it's in hardcore mode, which just makes it like you get less of a payout from stuff. So it's same game, still make profits, it's just more of a grind to slow down the pace of the game essentially. But that's honestly all right when you're playing with all your friends and stuff. It keeps it all fast anyways. So animals you have to keep fed, not because they die. Like, even if you leave, even though it's all based in real time, nothing ever seems to like die if you leave it for too long. But the timer for the next like harvest from animals, it only ticks down when they're fed. So there's like a separate timer of food that they're consuming, and you just got to keep them fed, so that keep that meter full, so that they are then in turn producing like product, so you can, you know, get that from them. Fish, once you place them, are just on a timer. There's no upkeep or anything. They're just on a timer, and then periodically you can just fish for more. Fruit trees, more expensive than crops, but once you place them, they depending on the seasons, will keep producing. So that's just free money after you initially have the money to plant them. Depending on the trees, some of them, depending on the fruits, some of them are only in certain seasons. Whereas crops are the opposite. Crops can be harvested any season, but they can only be planted in certain seasons. And crops are pretty straightforward. It's like you plant it, and then you harvest it, and so it's like a one and done thing for each like crop. But they're also worth a fair bit of money. Crops can take a long time. Some of them are like as low as 10 minutes, like literally take 10 minutes to grow. Some of them take 3 days. So definitely it's a situation where like, oh, I'm gonna come back to this later, like 2 days from now. Let me plant something that'll take longer. They're usually more expensive, so you may not have the money for it, but if you have the money, it's a good investment because they also pay out better for investing that time and money into growing them. Like watermelons. These watermelons take 2 days to grow. But so you kind of set your own pace. You're like, okay, this area over here can be for like long-term stuff that's taking literal days to grow. And then there's shorter-term stuff like lettuce that takes 10 minutes. So while I'm streaming, I can be farming a bunch of lettuce or whatnot. Also, there's tractors. The tractors are free. You just have to keep them full of gas. Filling up on gas is free, but you have to have like the gas station or gas pumps, and those have to regen. So like I pulled a bunch of gas from this gas pump, and now, oh, let me move my head there. This little meter here is how much fuel is in this gas station. And then that's up top by my face is how much I have in my tractor. So that just refuels, and that's all shared as well. So definitely if you have like a lot of people playing, you want to have lots of gas pumps and everything so that everybody has plenty of fuel to be using their tractors. Because you can do everything on foot, but if you do it on foot, it's one square at a time. Whereas on a tractor, you can do up to a 3x3 plot, so it just speeds up the process. It's just a lot easier, but it's possible without like everything is possible to do without a tractor. It's just a convenience thing. And tractors are just basically do everything. So it's like, oh, this land isn't tilled. There, I'll till it. And it's like all the same sort of buttons. Like it's just really easy to do everything. Very pleasant. One reason I have all these freaking fruit trees is because of the fruit press. I just try to keep the fruit presses going. You'll probably see some of these level up here because I harvest so many of them. Of course, they are all high level at this point, so maybe not, but... Oh, dang it. The season changed before I got into my plum trees. That's okay. Plum trees are in, like... Plum trees can be harvested in, like, fall, spring, and summer. Or, sorry, no. Winter, spring, and summer. And it's fall. So... Can't be harvested right now, but they'll be back and ready to harvest next season. And they can only be harvested once per season, but, like, every season that they're harvestable, so... And you can just look at like what trees you want to put down and everything as far as that goes. Like certain ones are just worth certain amounts and harvestable during certain seasons and all that fun stuff. Oh, my farm leveled up. Yay. I'm to level 32 of like 40, I think. As you level up crops, it's like Farmville, but you don't have like all the horrible features of Farmville. Like, Farmville, like, would pressure you into, like, microtransactions and stuff, and this is just... You just want to have a chill farming experience? Here you go. You buy the game, it's all there. Like I said, there are very cheap little DLCs, but they're purely cosmetic stuff, which is fine. I don't mind that at all. This is one of my... Definitely one of my favorite games to, like, play and relax to. I played it... I didn't have time yesterday. I probably will today, though, because I don't stream tonight. This is one of my games that I will sit back and, in my free time, just hang out and do some farming, because it's just very relaxed. As, of course, you get more money and stuff, you'll have more money to, like... Because you make a profit off of everything. And then as you make more money, you know, obviously then you can invest that back into your farm and expand and put down new places. Over here, I mean, on all sides of the farm you can kind of see it, but you see how like there's these like rock walls? these are additional areas of the farm that you can upgrade. Like, you can expand your farm to be these areas as well, but you have to be a certain level, and then you have to pay in diamonds to the to expand. I don't have any need to right now. I can easily afford it, but I'm really not even taking full advantage of my current farm right now, so I'm like, I'll hold off. There's no downside to expanding besides just being empty. Like, you don't pay money for the expand, like past the initial purchase of the expansion. But I'm just personally like, no, I'll hold off. Certain animals and crops can only be unlocked by leveling up other animals and crops, which is kind of why I'm doing this. I'm like, okay, these are my designated, just like 9 square foot areas for these animals, so they don't output a whole lot for me, but technically I'm harvesting a bit off of them consistently, and that will level them up and unlock other animals for me. But there's just like little things here and there that you think would be like a setback, aren't. Like the fuel for your tractor, you don't run down on fuel just by riding it around. Like, you can ride it around all you want. I think it's faster on foot, but you can ride the tractor around all you want. It only spins fuel by doing something, by harvesting or tilling or watering or anything like that. Speaking of which, I need to figure out something. I guess, oh, let me see. Quests. There's also quests in this for certain things. Trout I'm working on. Eggplant I'm working on the ducks. Coconut trees working on. Salmon and banana trees I'm working on. So I can pretty much... Oh, I was like, what's that noise? You also get bonus. You get bonus XP from working on other people's farms. So it, like, encourages you to go help out with other farms. It builds up a meter as you do stuff like water and till and all that stuff on another person's farm. And then that meter at full, it adds up to a 15-minute countdown timer of like, anything you do during this 10 minute or 15 minutes is like bonus XP. What is my favorite? That is a good question. I like all sorts of things. I've been playing, I'm just playing a whole lot of freaking watermelons. I've been playing a lot of Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu lately. I've been playing a lot of this, a lot of Animal Crossing. I do really favor games like this, that are just very chill, relaxed games, that there's nothing really like... It's just positivity. I have a lot of anxiety, and I have like a lot of my own like mental issues and stuff, that games like this I can play without them agitating it further. And I like the communities that come with it, like you guys. You guys are really awesome and positive and friendly, and you make it... Like, I don't want to have that hardcore community of like, oh, we're down to pwn noobs in Fortnite, blah, blah, blah. That being said, I will occasionally go and play stuff like Fortnite and whatnot, so... But I like all sorts of things. But these ones are like, I would say these types of games, this kind of genre of game is probably my favorite, just because of its very relaxed, positive nature. I like RPGs a lot. We play a lot of Sea of Thieves for our multiplayer streams. But when I'm just playing by myself especially, I'm like, you know what, I'll pull out some Animal Crossing, I'll pull out some whatever. So, like, it's all just great. Oh yeah, as far as the watering goes, the watering just speeds up your crops. They don't wilt without water, it just makes them grow faster. So see, it's like a day in 23 hours. It's a day in 17 hours now. So, and that's also a meter, kind of like the food for your animals. So that'll go down. And you have to keep them watered, but like, again, if you don't water them, they'll still grow. they just won't grow. I'm gonna actually clear out these because I was planning to do that. I'm trying to do some renovations on my farm, and I just don't like this area being crops. So we're just gonna clear this out. Call it good. When you recycle tiles, you only get half of whatever money you put into it, and so that's a way that you can like set yourself back. I have plenty of money at this point, so like losing 5 gold per tile for these is really not a huge deal. But like that's like one of the only ways you can really set yourself back in this game is to just like put down stuff and then sell it back. You can even move stuff, including crops. If you have like a tilled, you can't move tilled land, but if you have like crops in one piece of tilled land and you have another open piece of tilled land, you can be like, move this crop to here, and you can do that, and it's awesome. Again, everything about this is just super like relaxed and chill. The music, obviously, you can hear it, is fantastic. Oh, at lunch right now, but instant. Well, thank you for hopping in, Akeno. I didn't get to play New Leaf because I never had a 3DS, so that's why I'm really excited about Animal Crossing Switch. But I think so far of the Animal Crossing games I've played, the first one is, like, the GameCube one is my favorite. But au revoir, Akeno. It was very nice having you here. So these are like, these right here cost ribbons, or medals I think are technically called, but they're the little pink currency that look like ribbons to me, so they cost like 2 ribbons, but you can place them anywhere in your farm, and then you can just like open up your map with them and be like, I gotta go to the fishery, and then it just warps me over there. Or I gotta go to my tree house, and warps me over there. It's just like, it's... And the map actually, this wasn't in here at first. When you first got the game, it was just like, good luck, but now it actually shows you on the map like what you've got where. One, you didn't even have a map to start out with, so if your farms got big, it was like, ugh. But it actually shows my little roads going on and all my layouts and stuff, how I've got like stuff laid. It's like really cool. Can take its time because I'm procrastinating buying the Switch. No. Oh, thank you for putting up the farm Steel, because we're about to switch to that. No, I want it now. I want it now, dang it. The benefit is, even if you're not able to get it at launch, which does suck, I get it. But even if you're not able to get it at launch, that's a game that people are going to continue to be into forever. Like, the initial hype may die down, but the communities, especially here on Twitch, are going to be like, no, we're still playing it. We're still playing it. I expect to be streaming that game for years. So even if you can't get it at like launch, yeah, this Farm Together, guys, highly recommend. Like, it's not that expensive, and then once you buy it, again, you have everything. You get the whole experience. As you level up your account, because you level up your farm, your account, your crops. Crops give you more money as you level them up. Your farm unlocks new stuff as you level it up, and your account, as you level up your account, you unlock more fuel in your personal like tractor fuel tank, so you can hold more fuel at a time with less like running back to refuel. And also you unlock cosmetics, so you can like customize your character and stuff, because you unlock more like clothing options and hair and glasses and stuff like that. So, and again, those aren't microtransactions, it's just stuff you unlock as you play the game more. Steel, thank you for gifting a sub to Shani Banani. Is that short for Shannon? I love the name Shannon. I would probably, if I ever had a daughter, I'd probably call my daughter Shannon. I don't think I'm ever gonna have any other kids, but it's, I mean, it's just good. Even Stardew Valley, while Stardew Valley is really chill, Like, there are ways you can set yourself back, and this game is just like, no, we're gonna make it as hard as possible for you to screw yourself over. They pretty much made it where it's like, you're pretty much gonna always get some sort of flow of cash. Even if you invest a lot into crops or putting down new animals or something where you're like, well, I'm broke at the moment, you just have to wait, and once they harvest, then you're gonna... Oh, hey, you alright there, buddy? Sorry about that. Threw my cow up in there. Honestly, not a whole lot. You do have access to the Discord, which I actually don't have listed publicly. So if you want in the Discord while you're a sub, I can send you that link. Yeah, physics in this game are a little bit weird sometimes. But then also, mainly just emotes. As like a tier 1 sub, you get my little... I've got like a little guy that has... he holds up like a 10 scorecard. Which I was actually pretty proud of that one. I came up with that emote myself. Is he in it? I don't think so, actually. Well, I don't remember. I legitimately don't remember. I think he's friends with me on Discord. I need to get that posted up, like, hey, if you... Yeah, that little guy. Yeah. I came up with it to be, like, have a double meaning. So, like, if I'm doing really good in the game or something, you can be like, hey, you're doing so good. But if I, like, hilariously die over something stupid, you can also be like, 10 out of 10, Nate. Great job. So it's like, it's just like a fun sort of like, either way, it's useful to be either like legitimately positive or make a fun joke of like, you did good. And because it doesn't bother me, I think it's hilarious. If I'm like, because I'll be bragging like stupidly with my hubris about like, oh, I gotta stand up for a bit. My butt was getting tired. I will... Oh, you can, like, customize your floor, too? That's awesome. Anyways, sorry. I'll be talking about, like, man, I'm so good at games, and then I'll just, like, fall off the ledge in a platformer really stupidly, and then that's the perfect time when people are like, good job, Nate. You're awesome. So, that is not an accurate Discord link. That's the problem. I need to change it, because that's not accurate anymore. That invite code is expired, so I need to... I had like plans on how I was gonna do it differently. I think I'm just gonna put a panel down below that's like, this is Discord. You're only gonna have access to it if, because you could follow Nate the cow kicker. Thank you. You're like, you can get in the Discord, but you won't be able to read anything or join any like voice chats or anything unless you're a sub, or a Patreon patron. Either way. If you even if you sub for $1 on Patreon, that will. So I guess we need this apparently. I probably need to put up a wall so that I have like a bathroom. Can I do jobs? What is this? How do I do? What? This is not jobs. This is just food. Oh, but so it does give you tickets though. My goodness. Goodness gracious, 18 tickets. Oh, 45 minutes. That's actually not, that's not long. Weird. How weird. Weird. So you have to like pay out some resources for those, but that's not bad at all. This is cool. I like this idea. That's wheat and cheese. Man, I can do that. So like in 45 minutes I could come back to that and deal with that more. I want to put down some decorations. Let's get some decorations up in here. A lot of it is very expensive. I actually really like just the basic wooden floor there. I like that, but I gotta get a ticket for that. But I'm working on it. I swear I'm about to switch over to our other farm. But I'm just like, ooh, new stuff. Let's get a bed. Because I need a bed in my bedroom. Oh, it's winter. Oh, that's the other thing, is the seasons rotate in this game every 17 minutes. Didn't mention that. But every 17 minutes the seasons rotate, and that's when you can, like, harvest certain trees, plant certain crops, yada, yada, yada. So... So if I, like, put another door down, can I, like... There's a lock on it, like a deadbolt. Alright. Can I, like, put down, like, extra rooms? Is that how that works? I don't even know. I don't even know. I gotta put... Let's get a clock in here. Let's get, like, a calendar. This is necessary stuff. Is that, like, real time? Oh my god, that is real time. That's awesome. I was hoping, I'm like, don't be, like, in-game. Be real time. That's awesome. The calendar doesn't appear to do anything. It just prompts me to, like, put down other stuff. But that's cool. Real-time clock. Yay. I like this. This is neat. I'm gonna definitely have to check this out more. But for now, we gotta go. We're gonna go switch over to our other farm. New event starts in 7 days. 7 days. I recently watched The Ring for the first time. I mean, I kind of knew, like, the spoilers of it because I've seen Scary Movie 3, like, 5 times. Actually, more. I've seen Scary Movie 3 several times. I used to love that when I was a kid. But I finally watched The Ring for the first time, like, 2 nights ago. And that was a thing that existed. I want to watch Ringu, which is the Japanese horror film that it was based off of. That came out in '98, because I think the Ring came out in 2002 or something like that, and Ringu came out in '98. I've heard it's better. I love Naomi Watts, but I feel like the Japanese one will have, like, a little bit more background to it, I guess. I still liked it, but, like, the movie ended on... Oh gosh, dang, I did it again. We don't need that for, like, any reason. I just walk around and see stuff and I'm like, I want to do this. Fuel tank is empty. Oh, we got an extra pump. That's awesome. Wait, what? Ring is the original one in 1998, yeah. The Ring, which was the American version of it, came out in like 2000 or 2002 or something like that. And then there was The Ring 2, and then there was Rings, which I haven't seen The Ring 2 or Rings or Ringu, but now that I've seen The Ring, I'm like, I kind of want to go back and, like, watch Ringu. Say yes, one. Say yes! Also, every time I see AC, I just assume it's Assassin's Creed. No. Ringu was the original. Which is why I want to watch it, because I've heard it's better than The Ring. Like, we Americanized The Ring a lot, apparently. Which the story was originally written with, like, the whole Japanese, like, folklore thing going on, so it, like, it would suit the storyline better if it was, like, the Japanese version. So I'm like, okay, I want to watch that then. That sounds good. So at some point. Oh, it sounds so good. Expensive as frick. No, it's not. It's the cheapest platform out there. And it's the new animal. You have to. You have to, man. Peer pressure. Peer pressure. Oh, look. The season's changed. Let me just harvest those again. Apples are nice because they are harvestable literally every season. but they're also like the cheapest fruit tree out there. So even if you level it up a lot, it's still not really outputting that much money for you. It's just like, well, it's a great way to get lots of fruit for things like fruit presses or whatever, so. Oh my gosh, it's a lot of beehives. Oh, beehive. Which he must have already taken care of. Gosh, so many things. It's raining now. When it rains in game, obviously you don't have to worry about watering. Lovely. So yeah, this is our little farm we did together. This is hardcore, and we also set it to where all the lots are completely empty. So there's not like landscape stuff to worry about. Which means it's going to be a lot easier to just like lay out the farm exactly how we want it. It's a little bit more boring aesthetically, but as far as just laying out like these are our farming areas and yada yada yada, like it looks, we have a lot more freedom as far as that goes. And that's exciting. We have started a tree house over here, which he already got going to the second stage, so I didn't have to do that, so that's working on it. Any houses in this game you have to like place, and they have multiple stages, and they take that money every stage. So it took me 4 days to make a tree house, and every day I'd have to pop in and be like, do the next stage. Ugh. An NL. What did I say? Did I say something dumb? Oh, a new leaf. NL's new leaf. Gotcha. Yeah, that's the only downside to the first Animal Crossing game is the flower system is not. It's just very basic. Like, I remember in Wild World even, I'd have like these awesome, like, I'd cross-pollinate flowers and do all that fun stuff. It was great. It was great. I loved it. Look at our kitties running around. They're so cute. You get pets in this game. They do literally nothing. So far, at least. But they're customizable as well. Like, you can pick what animal you want and then, like, what their collar is and what their little jewel on their collar is. It's kind of great. There's no purpose to them besides just being adorable. What kind of quests we got going on for this farm? Ranger ducks. Okay, we're just waiting on one more output from them. Koi carp. Okay, waiting on more of that. Parasol mushroom. He's already planted those. Cypress. We have cypress, don't we? Oh yeah, that's what those, the tall, rich people trees look like. Are the cypress. 10 more tickets for the ribbons, you mean? Wait, what? How much is it for a gas station? I thought it was like 8 or something. I didn't mean to wave, sorry. My bad. Oh, sorry. It's in the buildings. 25? Gosh, dang, that's so expensive. Wow. Yeah, it's expensive, but the gas station holds more than a gas pump does and regens faster than gas pumps, so it's like, it's good that we have these for earlier game and then even just having additional gas. Yeah, I saw that. I was like, holy crap, that's a lot of hives. But, definitely as you can afford, like, an actual gas station, it's worth it to get one, because again, it just makes it a whole lot easier. I really want the new Animal Crossing. I've wanted to play New Leaf so bad. It looks so good, and I just didn't have it was that the Wii U and 3DS generation was just the generation when I just did not have money for new systems. And I didn't want to I was like, even if I do have the money, I don't want to choose between a handheld and a home console because I want them both. And then the Switch came out, and it's just like, yay. That was the other thing. Towards the end of the generation, I was just like, there's rumors of a hybrid console. And if they make that, I want it. And they did. So hence the Switch, and I love it very much. It's delightful. I should plant something. I'm just gonna plant, like, something. Something that doesn't take forever. F it, carrots. Our farm looks so nice. We got so many different crops and stuff going on. This is looking very nice. I like both. The benefit to, like, it's hard to, that was the other thing. I was like, I wanted to get a 3DS and stream it, but then you have to, like, send it to, like, a third-party company to get them to, like, make it for capturing, and it's just a bit, it was like a whole ordeal, and I was like, you know what, no, that's a big old pain in the butt. Whereas the Switch is just like, you dock it and plug it into a capture card, and then there you go. So it's like, okay, cool, that works. So that's the benefit, is like, yeah, on my free time I do play handheld games a lot on Switch, and I like that it's an option, but when I'm streaming, pop it on there, immediately streamable. And with stuff like Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, I actually prefer the motion controls for capturing. I find it more fun. It's more difficult, but it's more fun. So I'm gonna, don't tell Steel, but I'm putting down more pigs. Because I feel bad for the pigs we have here. There's just the two of them. They need more friends. Okay, so it's the Hampshire pigs, and yep, you just plant them in the ground like you would like a crop, which is hilarious. He found me! He found me! Quick, hurry! It's fine. It's fine. We get the money back, okay? Don't worry about it. It's fine. We had the money. Look at all these crops we got planted. It'll be fine. And some cows! And any animals that are like connected to each other, you don't have to like feed every spot. If they are directly connected to each other in like a little plot like this, you can just feed one spot, it doesn't matter, wherever you are within it, and it'll feed all of them. They all just like link up. So again, like things that could be more difficult is like, nah, they just, it's so nice. This needs to be on Switch. It's a little bit pretty. And it's like an indie game, which is why it's like, I think it's just PC. But it seems to be doing well, theoretically, so maybe as things get better for it, maybe they'll make a Switch port. That'd be freaking awesome. I would die if I had this game portable. That'd be fantastic. Because this is a perfect game to like hop on and just like, oh, let me just plant a couple things, harvest a couple things. I mean, you can play it for hours if you want, but also if you only have like 5 minutes on the train or something, like, yeah, let me just hop in and like water some crops. Just do a little bit and hop off. It's perfect. I say plant pigs because you literally like dig a spot for them just like you would for like a crop, which is hilarious. We got an hour left on aloe vera, which I won't be on. Well, I don't know. I may keep this going for 2 hours. I kind of feel like I do want to go back to Pokemon, though. I don't know. I like keeping that rotation of, like, Animal Crossing, this, and then something else. Now, I've beaten Let's Go Pikachu on my main profile, but I'm working on, like, a separate profile for streaming that you guys are watching, which is quite nice. It's quite a lot of fun, and I just got to Diglett Cave, so I could do that. I could do that. We still have more money. I feel like we should be putting down more stuff. Do you shiny hunt? I did at the very beginning of the stream. When I first started streaming on a profile, I was trying to get a shiny Pidgey, and I got up to like a 24 chain of Pidgeys, and a shiny showed up, and then it fled, and so I didn't get it, and it broke my chain, and then I was just like, maybe we'll wait till a little bit later in the game to grind for shinies. But yes, I want to. Especially now that I've beaten like my main profile, I plan on going back and doing a lot of that. So Like, I'm literally just gonna go back to the beginning area and just move on through. I'm wanting to literally get a living shiny Pokédex. So, like, one shiny of every Pokemon. That is, like... Or at least one shiny of every Pokemon. The Pidgey that I saw, the shiny Pidgey that I saw in Let's Go Pikachu was the first shiny I ever have seen in a Pokemon game, though. Not that I've ever grinded for him or anything before, but there's still that small chance just being a random encounter, and never have seen one before, so that was my first ever shiny I've ever seen, and still have never got one. So, but yes, I technically like to shiny hunt, and now that I'm going to Diglett Cave, I'm like, I could grind on Diglets for a while, get a shiny Diglett. I like that my cat just like follows me over. Oh, I think this is the last of the ducks. Maybe not. I thought it was duck. Oh, maybe it's these ducks that we needed. Oh, I think it is. Oh, but they're almost done too. Looky there. And you can pin these now, which is great. Yeah, yeah, we need one more of the ranger ducks, which we have 35 seconds on, and then we'll complete that quest. Quests are really good for this game for getting ribbons early on. There are like certain things you can grow again, like you can get fruit to then press to then sell the jam, and that gives you ribbons. But especially early on in the game, it's really good to do the quests because the quests just give you ribbons, which you need ribbons initially for getting things like a jam stall to sell the jam at for more ribbons. So it's just a good way, and it's, I mean, you can do it through the whole game. They just give you random quests to do certain things, and then you do that. Oh, we got a new quest for turnips, zucchinis, and poppies, which we already have poppies planted, so that's good. We need to plant some turnips and zooks. I mean, the jam stall would help us get the gas station faster, whereas the gas station won't. And the jam stall won't be as expensive, I don't believe. So it's not a bad idea to go ahead and get the jam stall. It's a little bit of a setback, but not like crazy. And then we could be actively selling fruit and your jam and stuff to do that. But it costs 10. I mean, it's up to you. I don't care. Gosh dang it. Oh my gosh, I keep going to this. I don't need that for anything. That costs just like real money to get you wheat. You just buy, you're buying wheat from this thing, and I see it in my OCD nature just is like, go click on it. It's clickable. But we don't need wheat. Like, we could just grow wheat for even cheaper. It's like 1K, and we're needing to conserve money. So that's like one of the ways you can screw yourself over in this game, is just spending all your money on stuff you don't need. Mushroom one gives us 3. Like, well, we're gonna get it all eventually. We're still making that progress. It's just like, okay, but... Oh, when did we get this? Did you just plant this? You must have just planted this. Because I didn't know to fit. So we could theoretically get the 10 today. Yeah, I mean, if you want to get the gas station, sure, because it's helpful. With 3 gas pumps and a gas station, we'll not have any trouble as far as the 2 of us having enough fuel. Your car just looks like a fucking... Or you're not your car, your tractor just looks like a dune buggy. I went for more of like a modern tractor thing going on. It's all cosmetic. Listen to this music. This is delightful. It's so pleasant. Guys, I do recommend, if you have a Facebook, I understand if you don't. I'm trying to get Twitter set up, but I haven't really been messing with that too much. But if you have a Facebook, go follow or go like my page there, because anytime I'm sick or something and am for some reason unable to stream, that's where it gets posted, so that like you'll know why I'm not streaming for some reason. If you're like, but it's a weekday, doesn't he usually stream on weekdays? Yeah, I mean, that's usually the reason, is I'm sick, but at least you'll know for sure, like, oh yeah, he posted right here saying he's sick. And it also posts whenever I go live, and when I post a new VOD to my YouTube, because all these VODs, after the fact, because I only have them for 14 days on Twitch, that's as much as I can set them for, and they expire after 14 days. So all the VODs I export over to YouTube, and they're not usually like an instant thing, but usually within a couple days I get them posted to YouTube, and then they're there forever. If you've ever missed a stream and just like, man, I mean, most of my streams are very chill and stuff, and the whole point is to like hang out at them. But sometimes I do story-driven stuff, and if you don't want to, chickpea ramen, that sounds so good. But if you ever are like, oh no, I missed out on like the stream of this very story-driven game, I don't want to like spoil the plot by watching ahead, well then there's gonna be VODs available for you. Yeah, it used to be unlimited for, oh yeah, 60 for Prime peeps. It is unlimited for partners, but I'm not a partner yet. I gotta get, you have to, everything else I do, you have to stream for a minimum of like so many hours and so many different days to be a partner. And then you also have to have an average, in the past 30 days, you have to have an average of 70 plus viewers at a time. It's just like, oh. So I'm a little bit away from being partner, and even then you have to apply for it. Like, that just means you can't apply for partner until it happens. They still may reject your partnership application. But as affiliate, 14 days, 60th Prime. There we go. And we need the Cypress ones, or we need more Cypress, but we'll get that. That'll just grow. Yeah, I have the rest easily because I stream all the time. I stream for at least 3 hours a day. Or, yeah, 3 hours every weekday. But on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, I add another 3 hours to that, so. And then I do other stuff like Monday and Tuesday nights on Pastroni Ravioli's Rabbit Channel. It's down there. It's like the little movie night thing. On Mondays and Tuesday nights, we do a movie night where we go, you just have to make an account and add her. And then you can go into her room there by that link. And we watch movies or TV shows together. We watched, and it's like it's like watching on Twitch, because then there's like a text chat. We can all be like hanging out and chatting, and while we're like live chatting about the movie. We watched John Wick the other night, which was hilarious. I think there's actually one tonight, but I'm not gonna be watching it just because I've got other stuff I gotta do. But typically we've been watching Game of Thrones. We started recently with the first season, but if you want to watch Game of Thrones somewhere midway through the first season with a group of like fun, chill people, that's just something we do Monday and Tuesday nights, roughly at 10 p.m. Central Time. So that's a fun thing. Because we're trying to just do stuff like as communities, just to help grow the community. Because again, this is like a fun place to hang out. And I know like sometimes you're not necessarily interested in the game or something, but that like that's just a way for us to hang out as a community outside of the typical streaming format. Did you just expand the farm again? Hoi. There is obviously a limited farm size. You can like see like this is as far as that goes that way, and it goes another 2 that way, another 2 that way. Like the farms still get huge. They get huge, and they're locked behind like levels as well. So in addition to needing to have the diamonds to like expand, to pay to expand the farm, your farm has to be a certain level to like up. So he just, oh no, he must have not just done that, because apparently we can expand again, but there's no need. We've still got to take advantage of the space we have in our current farm. Oh yeah, Steel, don't sell these gas pumps though. Like, keep the gas pumps even when we do get the gas station, because they don't output as much, but they still output, so it's like, Oh, and you know how quests are like, hey, get this many mushrooms. You can still sell the mushrooms at a mushroom stand. The quest is to collect that many mushrooms, not to possess that many mushrooms. So you won't like set yourself back by selling mushrooms before you get the other stuff in the quest. Which again is just like, oh, that's just a really, that's something that like could have been not fun about the game. But no, it doesn't set you back any in your quest. The whole point is just to collect that many mushrooms, or anything else like that. Like, you can sell the stuff as you get it and not have to worry about like, oh, well, I lost progress in my quest. Like, no, it's just collect that many. You can still sell them, even though like technically the quest has like like that mushroom thing is like, a charity from Swanford is preparing a food bank for the ones in need and requests anything we can give them. I'm going to participate, and you? So it's like, technically we're donating the stuff to a charity, even though we're selling it. It doesn't, even though like, what's the word? Canonically, we are like donating it all. As far as game mechanics go, it doesn't hold it against you for selling the stuff. So you can sell stuff pretty much without worry of being like, oh no, did we need that for a quest? Yeah, it doesn't matter. You're still going to have it for your quest as well. It doesn't set you back any. So again, great example of the game just being like, we just want you to have a chill, fun time. Don't worry. Just have fun. Just farm. Casually stream. Also, have a can of chickpeas. Fair enough. Ooh, one bouillon. I love the word bouillon. Or bouillon, however you want to. Good word. Teaspoon of paprika, 1 teaspoon of cumin in the noodles. I had a friend who literally was like, what's coming? Like, we were working, back when I worked at a major retailer, and we were stocking the spice shelves. He's like, coming. And I'm like, oh dear. Water after boiling. That seems nice. That seems nice. I was just like, oh my gosh. He also pronounced turrets, turrets. Like gun turrets would be turrets. I was just like, oh. Oh dear. Like, after a while, I just stopped trying to correct him. I'm just like, it's just... Alright. Look at all these turnips! We got more than enough turnips, but F it. It's money and XP. We leveled up the turnips. I ain't complaining. Oh, we can plant zucchini in winter, I believe, too, so... Might be time to plant some zucchini. Because that's also for that quest. Like, it's fun. There's always something to do. Even if you just want to plant something fast to just be actively farming, you can do that. But then there's also quests of like, what's gonna like help me get quests done or whatnot. It's like, there's like, get more ribbons. Like, okay, look at your quest. What do you got going on? And you can, yeah, you can pin it now. So, bam, that's pinned, and it'll just always be up there in my upper right-hand corner. Lovely. Lovely how that works. And he was already on it. Yellow zucchinis. Oh, does it not matter what type of zucchinis it is? I figured it had to be, like, that kind. I guess it doesn't specify. Oh, it does have to be that kind, doesn't it? Oh, we already have him. Man, he's already on it. Okay, I was like, what? What are you talking about? Oh, so we can, but yeah. He was already on it. Usually when we play games together, Steel is like in voice chat with me and stuff, but he's technically working today. He's at home. He works from home. Which I can't blame him. Do that too. Hey, dude, sometimes like simple recipes are like the way to go. It sounds good. It sounds tasty to me. But yeah, so he's just basically here to make sure, because it's his farm, technically. He's hosting it, so he has to be online in the farm while I play on it. But he's kind enough to be like, yeah, I'll hop in, and he, between jobs and stuff, he hops in and helps contribute as well. So, but he's being very nice. So even though he's not able to be in voice chat, he'll occasionally be like, hey, you're being dumb again, Nate. Like, oh, okay, thanks. Oh man, you missed it last night, Steel. We were falling apart like Sea of Thieves. Without you guys there, like telling me what to do every step of the way, it was suddenly like, oh god, I have to like function as an. I have to like make decisions and calls on my own. This isn't good. And yeah, we kind of ran ashore a couple times. It's fine. A little bit of damage. It was hilarious. Did do a cargo run all by myself, although I'm still ticked at the game because I had 3 buckets of water below decks for the plants so they don't dry out, and everything else was perfect. Silks were dry, brandy wasn't cracked, plant was dried out. I'm like, but you were below with 3 buckets of water. Why were you dried out? So that but it was only 1 plant. It was like two brandy, 2 silks, and and 1 plant, and the plant was the one that was messed up. So I only got 250 for it, but it's just like, gosh dang it. Oh dang, that pays out so much better. Okay, you actually get experience just from planting that too. That's weird. I thought you only got experience from harvesting, but that one in particular, and I guess others you do. Oh, you do get some experience for certain crops. That's interesting. I'm gonna plant more. Well, I guess not. I'll hold off. That way we can plant like 9 at a time. Because of my OCD. Oh, it's 12:05. Oh, I should switch over to my other game. This game, like, you just kind of zone out with it. It's so easy to, like, this and Animal Crossing. Though, again, Animal Crossing, like... Animal Crossing, you more or less run out of things to do. You can keep doing stuff for villagers and whatnot, but... there is like a definitive like, okay, I've really done my typical rotation of the day for Animal Crossing, whereas this, you can literally just keep finding new stuff to do. So, like, there is a general rotation, but, like, yeah. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay. I think... oh, I was about to go do that again. No, bad, Nate. It's bad. I think then I will switch over to Pokemon now, and we'll continue catching and progressing in Pokemon. I'm hungry now, too. My goodness. I'm gonna be real. I'm almost tempted to just call the stream today. And just call it like an early day. Oh, the zucchini are done. Because I feel groggy. Like, I'm here, but I'm like, do I want to go on to a new game? I may just go ahead and call it. Take it a little bit easier today. Come back in tomorrow full force. Because I've been working my butt off. I've been getting like a lot of chores done at the house when I'm not streaming. where I don't usually have a whole lot of time to just sit down and relax, and I think that's why I'm so beat today. But I got like everything like caught up and everything, so now I'm like, I don't really need to do so much. Maybe I take the day off today. Take the afternoon off and just like sit in bed, play some Switch games, and watch YouTube and just veg out for a while. I think I am gonna do that. I think I've kind of done my farming, done my Animal Crossing for the day, and I think I will go ahead and just call it there. A little bit earlier than usual. I'm making excuses. Hey, it's my stream. I could do that. A little bit earlier than usual, but I got 2 hours. Two-thirds of the stream got done. I feel pretty good about that. I'm gonna farm these chickens actually because I got about 25 seconds left of it. But then I'm calling the stream. And I'll find somebody to host. Don't worry. I'll find, well, if there's somebody to host. I feel weird about like hosting or rating random channels. I know that I should do that. But I don't even feel like I'm very big. Like maybe if I'm like a really big channel one day and I'm like, I'll help out the little guys. But currently I'm just kind of like, I'll host other people that I know personally that are streaming. It's just like a weird like social anxiety thing. I don't know. But if I ever have friends streaming whenever I'm like getting off streams, then I'm like, okay, I'll do that. Let's make my face all big there. Hi. And then we will tab out here while I find a thing to stream. If there is anybody to host, I shall host them. Usually there's somebody streaming. Oh yeah, if Bagel's streaming, I'll host Bagel. Give him the loves. He rated me last night. Everybody's been rating me a lot lately, and it's been very nice. And I really need to like give the love back. Yeah, he's totally streaming. Let's raid Bagel Mage TV. He's a fun, chill guy. He lives in Boston, but he's not originally from Boston, so don't expect the accent. But he's a really chill guy. Him and Pasta were like the two first people that really got me like hardcore into streaming. So wonderful people. Join that raid. I'll send y'all over that way. Tell them I sent you. Spread the love. Have a wonderful day, everybody. I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.